What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a very exciting Liverpool transfer news video. And in this video the main topic will be the Portuguese midfielder Bruno Fernandes, because Portuguese outlet Correio da Manhã is claiming that Liverpool have tabled a 45 million euro bid, which is about 40 million pounds for Bruno Fernandes. And I think this is just an offer to show our interest. I don't think Sporting will accept it. I think Sporting want closer to 60 million for this huge talent. Bruno Fernandes is 24 years old and he scored a whopping 31 goals this season. 20 of them came in the league and also 13 assists, and he is a Portuguese international. And you could see in the UEFA Nations League final that he has a wonderful shot on him, similarly to Kevin De Bruyne. And I think Liverpool really need a goal-scoring attacking midfielder who can bang in 10-15 goals every season from midfield. So let me know in the comments below, do you want Liverpool to sign Bruno Fernandes, and what would be the fair price for him? I think around 50 million pounds would be, I think, fair for his services. And guys, if you enjoy these types of videos, leave a like, it really helps me out. It takes a second for you to press that button and it shows me that you guys enjoy these videos, and turn on the bell notification so you never miss a future upload. So this report by this Portuguese news outlet claims that many clubs are interested in Bruno Fernandes, and this is what Bruno Fernandes said: "I never said that I wanted to leave. I am happy here. Even so, sometimes you can't say no to certain offers. I would only leave Sporting if also the club agrees to this. I dream of playing in England in the Premier League." So that shows that Bruno Fernandes is happy at Sporting, and maybe he makes this statement so the fans are not upset with him. But Liverpool are the only side so far who have put an actual offer on the table at this time, and he is an exceptional talent, Bruno Fernandes. I compared him to Kevin De Bruyne, but maybe he's not there on that level yet, but he can do a bit of everything. He's kind of a box-to-box midfielder. As I said, he has a great shot on him. I mean, you can't score over 30 goals from midfield unless you are a great shooter of the ball, and he is a brilliant long-range shooter and he can finish from anywhere on the pitch. But if you consider that he also got 13 assists in the Portuguese league alone, that shows that he's not a selfish player who only shoots, but he's a player who likes to set up his teammates as well. To score 20 goals and 13 assists in the Portuguese league alone in how many? 31 appearances. That means that he actually contributed to more goals than the actual games that he played. That's brilliant. Wow. What a talent. And he is only 24 years old, so probably the next period in his career is the best period. The peak of his career is ahead of him, and this is, I think, the time where Liverpool like to sign players. We signed the likes of Mane, Naby Keita, Fabinho, Salah and even Firmino when they were like 23, 24, 25 years old. So this is the perfect time to get Bruno Fernandes, in my opinion. And Liverpool need to act quick, and this is why I'm so happy that finally we tabled the bid. Yes, it's a quite low offer. I don't think Sporting will accept 40 million pounds for Bruno Fernandes, but if we can negotiate and get closer to the price, it would be brilliant. Because listen to this: Tottenham, Manchester United, Man City and Inter Milan are all interested in Bruno Fernandes, and they have been scouting Bruno Fernandes extensively. But at the moment Liverpool made the move first, so we are in the driving seat. And Bruno Fernandes, I said this in previous videos, have actually complimented Liverpool and their playing style, and he said that he would be very open to a move to England, and also that he would love to play for Liverpool, because Liverpool is a club who plays football the right way, according to Bruno Fernandes. And he actually prefers Liverpool's playing style ahead of Manchester City's playing style, which is, I think, brilliant. and it's music to my ears. And this Portuguese news outlet highlighted Liverpool's interest as a game changer in the race to sign Bruno Fernandes, because, you know, Liverpool made the first move, so that shows that we have an actual significant interest. And they also added, whoever wants to guarantee the Portuguese international to sign will have to present a proposal of about 70 million euros to Sporting, which is about 62 million pounds. It's going to be, I think, a little bit lower. I think we can negotiate with Sporting, and I think Bruno Fernandes is open to a move. He said that he loves to play for Sporting, he loves it in Portugal, but he is ready to take the next step, and his desired choice is the Premier League. He wants to play in England, he wants to play in the Premier League. He himself said that, and he has been, I'm sure, watching Liverpool this season, and especially watching the Champions League final and lift Liverpool the Champions League trophy. I think that makes Liverpool a much more attractive club than Tottenham. We are a much more attractive club than Manchester United as well. The only proper rival that we have, I think, in the race is Manchester City. But Man City have so many attacking midfielders already. They have David Silva, Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne. I mean, so many players. And at Liverpool, I think he would be a regular starting 11 player, while at Manchester City he maybe would be on the bench. And actually many people, many pundits said that maybe Liverpool's downfall in the Premier League title race, and I wouldn't call it a downfall, getting 97 points. The reason, according to the pundits, that Liverpool didn't win the title is that Liverpool don't have the squad depth that Manchester City have, and it's ridiculous how many world-class players Man City have, so Liverpool were always up against it. And I would be honest, at the beginning of last season, I would have taken this season. I mean, to get 97 points and run Man City this close and win the Champions League as well, it's a brilliant season. Of course, we all want the Holy Grail, the Premier League title, and I think signing a player like Bruno Fernandes would be a massive step in the right direction for Liverpool, because I don't necessarily think that the reason why Liverpool didn't win the title was the squad depth. We were just a little bit unlucky, and we also were unlucky that we didn't have Oxlade-Chamberlain available. But I'm sure when we had that spell where we had like 4 draws in 7 games or something like that, that ultimately cost us the title. It's very, very harsh to criticize this Liverpool team. I don't mean this as a criticism, but as maybe the reason why we ended up short of winning the title. And next season, if we want to have an almost perfect season, to get 100 points, we need a player like Bruno Fernandes who can pop up with goals from midfield. It shows how important it is in today's football, and I think Liverpool probably need another player that they can rely on when Salah, Mane and Firmino are not firing on all cylinders, when the opposition finds a way to maybe stifle them, to stop them at scoring goals. We need a player in midfield who can come in and score goals. Look at Manchester City, they are the benchmark in England. Look at how many players they have coming from midfield, popping up with goals, and I think that's what Liverpool need. That's why I really hope that he will sign Bruno Fernandes. He will only leave Sporting if the club accepts it, so I think Liverpool need to table quite a big bid. And I think Bruno Fernandes in the last 2 seasons turned into one of the best attacking midfielders in the world football in terms of goal scoring numbers. It's ridiculous. Last season he scored 16 goals, and this season that just finished he scored 31 goals. So that is 47 goals in 2 seasons from midfield. I mean, strikers would love these kind of goal scoring numbers, so I really hope that Liverpool go for him. Actually, Bruno Fernandes weirdly started off his career in the Italian second division, in the Serie B, and then he signed for Udinese and played there for 3 seasons, and then he went to Sampdoria, he played there 1 season, and every time he scored like 4 or 5 goals that time, but he was a youngster, a teenager back then. And then by the time he signed for Sporting, he really matured as a player, and I think him winning the UEFA Nations League with Portugal will give him even more confidence. He won the Portuguese Cup and the Portuguese League Cup with Sporting, and the UEFA Nations League, as I said, with Portugal. He already has 13 appearances in the Portuguese national team. And Sporting only paid 10 million euros for his services to Sampdoria. So that is a quite good profit that they are going to make on Bruno Fernandes. And I think Sporting are open to selling him because their whole club model, just like Benfica and Porto, is that you should develop young players and then sell them on for a massive profit. And Sporting won't even be in the Champions League next season, so they are not in a financial position to actually keep Bruno Fernandes for any longer. And there are a lot of clubs circling around Bruno Fernandes. Atletico Madrid apparently is another club who are in for him. And I think Liverpool need to think about the future long term. We have Adam Lallana and James Milner, who are either older than 30 or approaching 30. I think Milner is 33 now and Lallana is maybe like 30 or 31, I don't know exactly. But I think we need to replace those kind of players sooner or later, and Bruno Fernandes would be the perfect candidate for that, in my opinion. And Sadio Mane identified an area where he improved the most last season, and he also sets new goals for himself next season. And Sadio Mane, in my opinion, he had his best season in his career, scoring like 25 goals for Liverpool is an incredible achievement. And also he helped Liverpool win the Champions League, which I'm super happy about. Especially like last season, Mane scored in the Champions League final, so he did his bit, but we lost. So this season is a just reward for Mane as well. And this is what Mane said in an interview. To be honest, I think I improved a lot in my finishing. It was positive because I can say I improved every season, which is important in my development. I will try to work harder and harder to get better and better. So Mane probably wants to score maybe 30 goals next season, and that is going to be very, very interesting whether Mane can do it or not. But I think that he has a good chance because Liverpool creates so many chances, and Mane had quite a lot of chances that he missed apart from scoring 25 goals. So I think it's going to be very interesting to see who finishes as the top scorer next season, because we have quite a few candidates: Mane, Firmino and Salah mainly, and if we sign another attacking player, then he will be in the mix as well. And Mane said that the Liverpool fans played a big part in Liverpool's season. They were there always during very difficult games, and keep on going because we need you. It's very important. It makes the club Liverpool FC special, and it's really important. Sometimes it can be a bad day, but if the fans give you more motivation, it's positive for the team and for the fans as well. We have a great team. The future can be exciting for sure. We will try to do everything to create something special. I think they accomplished it already. Mane and the others really accomplished something special to win the Champions League for the 6th time in Liverpool's history. I mean, some of the greatest Liverpool teams who won the title couldn't win the Champions League. So it's a huge achievement for this Liverpool team, and I think we can only get stronger next season with the signings that we are talking about on this channel. I really hope that Liverpool will run Manchester City as close as possible. Hopefully we can overtake them. I mean, Man City have some problems of their own. One of their leaders, Company, left the club. Fernandinho won't be able to play 2 games every week, so they probably need to sign a replacement for him. But that's the problem with Man City. They have almost unlimited money to play with, and that's what Liverpool are up against. But that's what you need to overcome. So I really hope that Liverpool will play an almost perfect season in the Premier League. But I mean, if we win 2 or 3 trophies anyway, and one of them is a major trophy like the Premier League or the Champions League, I will be fine with the season. And I'm just so much looking forward to it. So excited about that. And talking about Mane, he has been dealt a blow because he picked up a suspension during the qualifiers, so he will not be able to play in their first game of the Africa Cup of Nations, where Senegal will play Tanzania, a smaller African side, a smaller African nation. So I don't think Senegal will have a lot of problems, and maybe Mane will be fully rested for the rest of the tournament, which is going to be very exciting. I will be watching the Africa Cup of Nations with great interest, because we will have Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane both trying to win the Africa Cup of Nations, which is going to be very, very interesting. And also we are linked with the Southampton goalkeeper Alex McCarthy, which is interesting. Mignolet, it looks like, will leave Liverpool and he will want to sign for a club where he will be the first choice goalkeeper, so he will play more minutes. And Alex McCarthy is a Southampton goalkeeper, and it looks like some newspapers are reporting that Liverpool boss Jurgen Klopp is weighing up a move for him, and we will try to sign him. The confirmed departures already: Sturridge and Moreno left the club, and it looks like that there are a lot of clubs trying to sign Harry Wilson. Newcastle, Southampton and Brighton are all keen on him. That's understandable, because Harry Wilson scored 18 goals last season for Derby County, and they were quite unlucky not to get promoted. But Liverpool want big money for Harry Wilson, 21 million. The Mirror is reporting that. So unless somebody pays really ridiculous money, I think Wilson stays, and I really hope he does, because I just want to see him just for one season to see if he is good enough to really get into this Liverpool team. And remember that Jurgen Klopp, I think, is a very good judger of a talent, and if he has what it takes to play for Liverpool, then I'm sure that we will give him chances to get into the team and to make himself a proper Liverpool first team player. Marco Grujic, he has had a very successful loan spell at Hertha Berlin, but I don't think he's ready yet to play for Liverpool, and at this time he is still a young player in his early 20s, probably wants to play regularly, so another loan move could be on the cards, with Torino and Werder Bremen said to be interested. But there is also talk of Hertha Berlin buying him permanently, but it could be difficult for Hertha because they don't have the amount of money that probably Liverpool would want. They don't have it to spend it on one player, I mean, and Liverpool want about 20 million at least for Marco Grujic, and Hertha, they are not really one of the wealthiest clubs in the Bundesliga. Divock Origi will stay, in my opinion. Xherdan Shaqiri will also stay. Those were the question marks. Rafa Camacho has a year left on his contract, but I think he will either run it down or go on loan and run it down. What Liverpool are hoping for is that somebody will come in for Camacho. Wolves are hoping to secure a deal that is reported by the Daily Star and the Express, the English newspapers, and Liverpool value Camacho at about 10 million. Previously we valued him at 20 million, but now, because he only has 1 year left on his contract, I think we won't be able to get much more money for Rafa Camacho than 10 million. And Ovi Ejario, who has been first at Rangers and then he cancelled his loan and then went to Reading, but it looks like he doesn't have a future at Liverpool, and he looks like he will go out on loan once again. And he is not a very young player anymore, so maybe we should sell him, that's my opinion, instead of keep loaning him out. But maybe with experience we could get a little bit more money for him in a year or two. So Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool will probably decide what is the best solution in this situation. And Dejan Lovren keeps getting linked to AC Milan, and according to Sky in Italy, Liverpool would only consider letting Lovren go for as much as 25 million. And the problem that would present Liverpool is that who can we get in for 25-30 million, who is a younger player than Lovren, but who would be fine sitting on the bench? Because I think at the moment Van Dijk, Joe Gomez and Joel Matip are three centre-backs that we rotate between each other, and our fourth centre-back is Lovren. So I could understand why Lovren would want to leave as well, because At 29 years old, you don't really want to be sitting on the bench, you want to be playing. And also AC Milan and the Serie A would suit Lovren very, very well. It's a much slower league, much less physically demanding. But who could Liverpool bring in as a youngster who would be fine sitting on the bench? It's a very difficult situation, but I think we need at least 4 centre-backs for next season. And even with 4 centre-backs, we ended up in a situation where sometimes Fabinho or even Jordan Henderson had to play centre-back in some of the games in January. I remember that. So I really hope that Liverpool don't go into the season with just 3 centre-backs. That's not acceptable. So let me know, what did you think about all the topics that we talked about, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. See you later, guys. Goodbye.